Caught Stealing is directed by Darren Aranofsky, and it stars Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz, Matt Smith, Liev Schreiber, and Vincent D'Onofrio. And in Aronofsky's brand new movie, a burned out ex-baseball player named Hank unexpectedly finds himself embroiled in a dangerous struggle for survival amidst the criminal underbelly of 1990s New York, forced to navigate a treacherous underworld he'd never imagined. Now, I was very excited for Caught Stealing because it's directed by Darren Aronofsky. I think this guy is a really talented director. Requiem for a Dream, The Wrestler, The Whale a few years ago, Pie. He's made some absolutely great movies, and even if you don't really like his movies, you will still at least have something to say about them. So when I saw the posters and the trailers for Caught Stealing, I was very, very excited to see what Aronofsky could do. And I'm very happy to say that this film is not what I expected whatsoever, but I still really, really enjoyed it. This movie is basically a Darren Aronofsky Guy Ritchie movie, where he takes a very Guy Ritchie story and just plays it out like he would. And I think it really worked well, at least for the most part. We all know that Aronofsky really likes to make his movies very dire sometimes, and that's the case with this movie. But on the other hand, he's also trying to make it really funny and comedic, and not really trying to take itself too seriously. So we just have two contrasting tones, and for the most part it's fine, it's not really too bad. But there are moments in this movie where the tone really conflicts with itself. And that's really my biggest issue with this movie. And it really plays into the character motivations and what they do as well. Because one moment we'll learn about their backstory, about how someone got in a car crash and their brother was killed. And then the next scene, they're just dancing around and having fun. And it's like, yeah, we're so happy. And then I love this girl. And it's like, okay, but in the previous scene, we just saw your brother getting killed, and it's like, it's such a big tonal shift, and it's really distracting sometimes. But when this movie works, it really does work. I especially like the character work in this movie. The main character especially I really liked. As I said in the intro, he's an ex-baseball player, but you can tell he still longs for the days of playing because he still supports the teams, and he's really into it. It's his passion. But circumstances arise, and you can tell he's not really satisfied in life. He believes he had everything, and it was just taken away from him in an instant. As for the side characters, they were a little bit disappointing, especially Matt Smith's character. If you watch the trailers, you'd think that he's in this movie quite a bit. He's not really. He's in the first 5 minutes, and then he doesn't show up for a good 45 minutes, and then he's in the movie for like 10 more minutes. And that's it. And it was really disappointing because I'm a big Matt Smith fan. I think he's a super underrated actor. I don't think he gets really good projects all the time. And he was so good in this movie. And it was so disappointing that he wasn't in it more. I really liked Liev Schreiber and Vincent D'Onofrio's characters though. They play these evil gangster Jews who go around and do crime. And they were very, very funny. And it felt very Guy Ritchie, as I said. Those are the sort of characters that I expect to see in a Guy Ritchie movie. And for the overall tone that this movie is trying to go for, I think they work really well. Another great character in this movie was also the cat. Yes, the cat feels like an actual character in this movie. What I really liked about him was that they weren't lazy. They could have easily gone down the road of, oh no, there's a cat, don't hurt him, don't kill him. They don't really do that here. Instead, he actually has a part to play in the plot, as well as Austin Butler's character arc. He's also front and centre of the best shot in a movie this year, and it's just a 2-second shot where he just looks at the camera. And honestly, I had a massive grin on my face when that shot came on screen. And even though this movie can't really decide what sort of movie it wants to be, I do think the comedy in this movie really worked. I found myself laughing quite a bit in this movie, especially with Liev Schreiber and Vincent D'Onofrio's characters. Even though they are pretty dark in personality, they were still very much entertaining. Also, the pacing of this movie is really strong too. It's over 100 minutes long. It felt like I was only there for like 90 minutes. This movie just flies by because the plot just continues in each scene, and it's just really effective. You get everything that you need, so it's just an easy watch. Technically, this film is really strong too. I mean, it's a Darren Aronofsky movie. Of course, his movies are going to look good. I really did like the cinematography of this film. It's pretty basic for what it is, but it is still trying to replicate that Guy Ritchie style. It looks very murky, very rough around the edges, but it really does work for a movie like this. And I also really like the music in this film as well. They only really use licensed songs, but I think those songs were used really well. There's a bit of British in there, some really good rock music there as well, and I just think it fit the tone of this movie really, really well. And finally, I don't think there is a single bad performance in this movie. Austin Butler is proving time and time again why he deserves to be in these big movies, why he deserves to be called a movie star. He's just so good in this movie. Zoe Kravitz is great as always, but Matt Smith, my guy Matt Smith, I absolutely love this guy. As I said earlier, he plays one of my favourite characters in the movie, and it is so annoying that he wasn't in it more. And Vincent D'Onofrio and Liev Schreiber were really good in this film too. So I had a really good time with Caught Stealing. It's a very entertaining Guy Ritchie type movie with some really strong character work, some really fun action in there, some good humour. Yes, the tone is a little bit all over the place. It doesn't really know if it wants to be really dark or really comedic, but despite that, it's still a really good time. If you like Darren Aronofsky's movies, I think you'll have a really good time with this one. And if you like Guy Ritchie movies as well, I think you'll enjoy this too. So I had a good time with Caught Stealing, and it's going to receive an 8 out of 10. And people, that is the end of my review. If you have seen Caught Stealing, do let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day, and see you later.